what is 8:18 the sign, and where did that come from? We know it's Isaiah 8:18, but just share some of your heart about it, because man, I remember that first gathering we had in Atlanta was so powerful.
Yeah, so I know, one, honor to be with you. Been running together, what, 20 plus years now.
Yeah.
But so I think it was around 2003 to 2005. I kept seeing this number over and over again. 818, 818, 818. I see it over and over again. I see it on license plates. I see it on clocks. I thought it was psychosomatic until somebody cut me off in traffic, and the license plate had my initials, WLF 0818. So I'm like, okay, I need to do a fast. So I go on a fast, and I was hoping it was Deuteronomy 8:18 about money, but it wasn't about that. I couldn't get a quickening on that. Boy, I tried to get a quickening on that, but it wasn't. I didn't feel nothing on that. But my Bible falls open to Isaiah 8:18, and I see for the first time, it's Isaiah 8:18. It says, I and the children who the Lord has given me are for signs and wonders in Israel. And Isaiah wasn't so much talking about how his family walked in signs and wonders. He was saying, my family is the sign and wonder for the whole nation. So I studied it out. So he has these two sons. One son is named Maher Shalal Hath Bas. His name literally means swift to the spoil, speedily to the prey. He shows up in Isaiah 8:3, but his name is actually the same as the prophetic word that was sent out in Isaiah 8:1, swift to the spoil, speedily to the prey. So this son represented the living word, the prophetic word that was going out to the nation. This son was a sign, I believe, of the crisis that was upon the nation because of the division between Israel and Judah. And the Lord started talking to me. Right now, we have sons and daughters right now that are signs of the crisis in our nation because of our own division, especially in the inner city. But I kept reading, and I've learned that Isaiah has another son. He shows up in Isaiah 7:3, and his name is Shear-Jashub. Shear-Jashub literally means a remnant shall return.
Yeah.
So one son represents the crisis, the other one the call. One son represents the dilemma, the other son the deliverance. One son represents the turmoil, the other son represents the turnaround. So God's saying, I'm raising up a remnant that will so radically turn their hearts back to me, that respond to the crisis of their brothers and their sisters, that turn their family around, that turn the community around, that turn their nation around. God's raising up the sign of the turnaround.
Come on, bro.
And so that's what I was getting. I was praying like, and then I meet this amazing young lady.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, and it was in, we were in Houston at a prayer gathering. She walks up to me. She said, hey, I'm in this prayer room, and everybody's seeing 818. So tell them what happened.
Well, I want to take it further back than that.
Yeah.
Honestly, for me, for years, even when I got saved in 1998, I've been going to all of these massive prayer gatherings. There was a lot of, prophetic words that revival was coming to America, revivals coming to the church. And I would be in these gatherings, mass gatherings.
Come on.
And I would look around and I go, well, if revival's coming, shouldn't it look like heaven? Shouldn't it be like all, not just one race of people or one group of people? And it really stirred this cry in my heart, like, Lord, if there's a revival coming, where are my people?
Yes.
And so around this time, I had joined, 2002 or something like that. I don't remember the time. I heard about Mike Bickle, heard about Kansas City, and just felt a call to pray as a young woman. So I go to Kansas City, and I really get a burden for intercession. But one of the main things I was praying, Lord, if revival's coming, is it going to include the inner cities of America, or is it just allocated to one group of people? And I didn't have really a grid for it. I was just started to intercede in a lot over the years, around this cry of, Lord, is revival going to hit the Black community? I started seeing the number 818. I would see it on license plates. I would see it on clocks. And I thought, this is so wild, because I saw it every day. And I didn't consider myself prophetic at the time, but I knew, heard Louis going different prophetic voices. And so I had, this handsome guy here at the time, we weren't married, but I told him, I'm like, hey, I've been praying, a lot of intercessors praying for revival, praying for the Black community. I keep seeing this number 818. And he shares with me how he saw the same number, and he kind of brought more of a biblical understanding.